up one. Off of those jump pads, so maybe grab a shadow bomb or ball or rotate along the ground as Fernando keeps putting in work there, getting the storm tick over onto Sir Wings. And look, that's the one thing that we stress about these players. It's the action after their immediate action. You don't slow down. You can't stop right after you pick something else up because somebody else is there. Picks up the Elam onto Quasi, boxes himself up, and then pushes forward. And he's been doing this entire run while he's being contested. It's not like he's avoiding these fights. He's going and he's looking for them, but he's prepared to take them with that shoot first mentality. Very well done from Fernando there, but let's check out those standings right now. The previous qualifier on top, Misfits Clicks. Let's look at the spread, 40 points down to 30, so just 10 points separating first and 10th, and 6 spots up for grabs. Zeke's with Clicks already having qualified, it would drop down to the 7th spot, and all of these guys are right on top of each other.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like someone like Smacked and Fernando, they have the 3 games played, and they're at the 30 points. Someone like Clicks, who's at the top, has 5 with 40 points. So they have like more room to work with, more throwaway games, I guess, but the point spread is still pretty tight. Don't forget, top 6 will be moving on to finals, so there's still plenty of time. I still feel like this is anyone's game. It just takes one incredible standout game to just rocket up on the leaderboard, you know?
It's absolutely anybody's game. We talk about kind of a reasonable pop-off. A 5 Elam victory route is 15 points, or 8 Elams and in the top 5 is 15 points. Any of those is a realistic final game, and we're right around that halfway mark, and with less than 15 points separating the top 10, anybody will be able to jump up on the page, and that's what Fortnite is all about.
Well, let's not hold off any longer, Fortnite fam. Let's just get right back into the action. So for now, let's send it back over to Courage and Dr. Lupo for more Fortnite.
Ooh-wee, the standings are getting juicy. Some would call them soggy as we move into our next game here.
Speaking of soggy, Jack, on your screen, Liquid Vivid.
And Loot Lake.
A player that's already qualified.
Yes.
Qualified week 1. You gotta love that. An opportunity, though, for Vivid to practice his mechanics, keep his game stepped up to the top. Hopefully push up and maybe pick up, you gotta remember, a little bit of prize money too on the line here, plus it's doubled. $2 million for the entire weekend is insane.
Absolutely wild.
Gives me chills, Jack.
$2 million every week for these last couple weeks is nuts. That's like, you've been around in competitive gaming for a long time. That is like entire life cycles of games prize money. And now it's these 2 weeks. Don't even get me started on the Fortnite World Cup Finals. That is going to be the spectacle to watch this summer. You will want to be tuned in for that. It is so tough to dodge them, and you see right there how wide the one.
Not a huge deal if that player gets picked by somebody on the move.
Thankfully, no one else came down and got involved.
They're sitting in a bush, back in the baller. Chance there. Kind of just a fresh reset for everybody involved in that one. Shot in the back, 6 feet zero down that one. This could be big. If he can hold on to this, while this storm still circling. Bouncing off all the surfaces, lands all the way top. He's in a box for the player. It's net. Goes down in the box.
See other players in a position like that where they let it get close. Clicks knew exactly how to play that really through. Barely took a lick of damage and wins the game. Another victory royale there. Somebody was feeling some TSM Vinny, named that in previous skirmish. Ties popped off. As pretty much for me at least, had a pretty quiet Fortnite World Cup 75 in the World Cup thus far. I'd love to see a big game for Vinny. Steals Retro as well, another one that's kind of low-key so far. A lot of players though rotating through here. The 50-50 circle in 12 seconds. That means everybody left in Neo Tilted is going to have to make a move. You've got people like Vinny boxed up, a good chance to take third-party shots. I am curious why he just took a great tack shot through a window at probably 100 meters. Not sure. Not sure. Don't think that was the desired play. A little bit of stubborn. Vinny trying to set up for this drop that's coming out in. And decides to actually look like he's going to shoot it. Remember, the health of the drop depends on the mode you're in. So in solo, it's only got 250 HP. So that's not too bad of a thing to have to shoot on down. And well, even if he doesn't get the crate,
Feels like he got a crate.
feels like he did. The legendary combat shotgun. What an upgrade there from the common.
He's actually still going to get the box. Looks like unchallenged. Big box, no ammunition. A legendary AR, big upgrade across the board there, and it's got a full shield in the box as well. Got a hold on the knees and the slip. Probably the best call right now. Looks like we only one full. We'll here in a second. Get a reset of the walls. Looking for anybody that might be peeking, anybody that might be making a move. Chances to take a shot. He does have a backup in terms of shield there. Cowboy, the right, top right corner of your screen as well. Vinny, the stinks. Still getting ticked. Sees the player. Actually looking up. He tracked that. So he's just, what else is it? He's just getting rid of him. He's chucking him away. He's throwing him away. He picked back up. Either the Vinny or Colt. Yep. And looks like that. We'll decide to go for Cowboys in the surface. I think it's the right guy. Yep.
Makes sense there. Get some damage down. If there's somehow a storm surge that comes in, that might be good to be above and below. I like the play. Say I like the play.
If it's going to happen for Storm Surge, it'll be at the end of this circle. You actually see that this is interesting because the way that we're watching these games, that marker right there, whichever person we pulled this from, that's their marking the edge of the next circle. Yes, that's actually a pretty interesting tip for anybody that's watching from behind and trying to elevate the play. A lot of positioning out.
3 more placement points earned. Shadow Bomb being used, and the quick movement up this slight little hill begins as you see 72 hours on your screen, alive right now inside of a baller. He was in our top 10 earlier on, now no longer the case the last time we got a leaderboards update.
Blue T in here as well. We're going to jump in with Nico live. 4 eliminations, 137 builds, a really good loadout, and Loom not doing too well on the bottom there. There was an RPG, doesn't opt to pick it up. Could have potentially swapped out the AR or the TAC AR for that. Doesn't do so though, no big deal. 19 points now, catches a player inside the same box, maybe one box over at this point with rotation. Moving forward, no time to waste here. You don't want to be stuck at the edge of the safe zone as a baller actually swings through and opens everything up. Nico forced to rebox very quickly, burning through the materials down to 32 metal. Keo from Cloud9, the very bottom of your screen.
Look at 72 hours on height right now.
Liquid 72 hours, top of the screen there. Cole as well. Blue T, Jojo.
Cole's breaking him out. Cole's doing everything he can to break him out. And 72 hours having to deal with that. He just wants to begin to fire down on everyone, but can't get a chance right now. Here's Kaizui. Again, one of the younger players on 100 Thieves. 78 total health, but a ton of ammo, so get some health back and maybe some mats. He's definitely can spray for days.
Kaizui, player rotating behind through the storm for just a second. One drops in, the heavy snipe does apply pressure. Kaizui goes down, it's Blue T from above. Oh my gosh, they actually, it looks like they traded inside the box, the trap and the shot. A quick swap there, both players going down at the same time. Meanwhile, all the way in the ultimate high ground for just a second there, we're in the top 15, but 72 hours from Team Liquid, still in it. Blasian goes down. Jojo still in this as well, 10-bit. Just inside with a barely alive baller as Nico, the forefront of the storm. He's got a baller in the box immediately next to. Wouldn't be surprised if there was pressures.
Give me a, yeah, I can tell. Whoa, all pulled into the rift, 3 of them.
3 players all the way in the sky, 9 remaining.
And they'll gladly float this one out. Look at all the destruction going on down low.
Just wait it out.
There goes 72 hours. Did get dropped on down.
It's like it went out 8th. Doesn't quite get the 7 points for a top 5. Shatang gonna drop past Deity with the ultimate high ground. Keo in the mid tarp. Pyrovoil flying all the way past. Got players still stuck in the bottom. Jojo, the ultimate low ground. Shatang finds Keo inside a box. Nico and Deity fighting for the ultimate high ground. Ranch forced down a little bit too. We're in the top 5. Placement points going out for everybody. 7 now.
Nico's so high up there right now.
In the sky.
Nico, the question is, does Nico have anything to wind up dropping down with? From our perspective, from what we can tell a spectator, no, but
that middle
with it going up the hill, should now be all right. But look at how weak all these players are down low. The storm doing so much damage, and Nico more than happy to just keep building on up, keep playing this distance. Shatang gets 2, so winds up getting a lot of HP, but spraying, and it's all for naught. Nico just sits up there and basically idly wins that game. Pretty easy. When you got the high ground like that, building in brick, there's no chance of him getting shot down at all. And what I'm loving to see here, Ben, is this players doing a good job of calculating when they're on height, if they need to challenge or not. That's like 2 or 3 games in a row now where the person on height has just sat up there, let the storm do its job, as long as you tag them once.
In the last 60 seconds,
last 60 seconds.
Crazy.
Get a little tag on them, and then let the ultimate enemy, the zone, do its job for you. 1 hour and 15 minutes left in the queues until NA East solo qualifiers for the Fortnite World Cup Finals.
No need to apply too much pressure, doesn't have to move, just kind of wait it out. Take third-party shots, get those quick window edit resets and hold this one watching through on that ramp, using the little holes in the brick structure underneath of his opponent. Gonna start making a move here, goes for the window replace. It's the wall replace, it's not even challenged. Here we go. This player might not have audio. Yeah. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, that's just, again, when you're not just like in a 1-by-1, when there's more behind you, sometimes it catch you off guard. As that's what happens right there. FaZe Dubs actually in this lobby, and
Didn't you say?
Said FaZe
you
Dubs.
Go on records as saying FaZe Dubs is the best solo player in the world.
As of right now.
Interesting.
With the technically with the placings we've got, there has been no person more consistent currently. What's he had, like first, third, sixth, second or something?
Nope, no person more consistent. Okay, I have to ask, have you not been watching Tim's stream? Consistently fall damage.
That is true. Consistently bad.
We're talking about consistency,
Yeah.
Jack. Really? You're going to...
Yep.
Sorry, Tim. I'm trying to defend you here, bud.
It's all right. I'm sure he's really upset right now with his hand tats.
Listen, he's tough and you can't handle it.
I can't wait to see Tim this week. I'm going to give him a big hug.
Ray in the feed picking up an Elam. Flo taking one out as well in the top 35. Zycoma and Baldy right next to each other here. A little back and forth. You see them both actually facing each other, and just quick edit resets for transparency on the walls.
You're like, you good? You good?
You gonna move?
You good?
Is it,
I'm
you
good.
gonna make a move? I'm just gonna wait. You gonna move? I'm not going yet. You going?
It's the game of chicken right now as Baldy keeps editing, looking for any opportunity to rain down fire from up above.
Who gives into the pressure first
Right.
and puts himself out in the open?
Wondering if the rift gets used here or Baldy just says,
He's high enough up, he doesn't necessarily have to, but I'm going to say because he's waiting here, I think you might be right. He's just looking back and taking shots, thinking, I'm just going to use the rift when it's time. There we go. There's a reason for it, too. One Elam looking for the second. Baldy, the storm right there, the swap, and falling down. I believe I heard it.
he rifted. He did. Here's Dubs. It doesn't get much easier than that. The player with 17 HP gets cut down, and Dubs will go follow this up right away. Look for any materials possible. This baller trying to snake them all.
Just a little bit.
There you go. Now Dubs has made it on and says, no, this is mine. This is mine. And whoa, 3 big shields, 6 minis. Oh gosh.
That's
Okay.
a yikes.
Okay, Dubs, not in a fun time right now.
Come on
Remember,
now.
when you're in the shadow form, you cannot edit, you cannot make any plays like that. So Dubs gets trapped in there and takes 80 storm damage because of it.
Very fast edits on the tunnel there, moving forward. Basically not letting go of the sprint the entire time. Look at these. Walling and editing a corner out every single layer, burning through materials very quickly, but
Dude.
a very stable base to make a move.
It just set in how insane the Battle of Regions is going to be at the Fortnite World Cup. Like, Mongrel, Mr. Savage M are going to be repping EU that I know all of Europe's going to get behind. You've got the likes of Dubs, Tfue representing NA. I mean, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
The best players from every region
Yeah.
making their way to one stage. I'm gonna have heart palpitations, Jack.
Bro, it's going to be one of the most insane events of all time. There's just no doubt in my mind about that. Bezlov Shane being pressured now by Dubs. Dubs did get a solid shot downrange.
Oh.
Unfortunately, shotgun not reloaded, so we'll have to take a moment there to let that weapon reset. As now the zone going back the way it just came, so.
Plus than 50 builds now. Dubs, 70 HP, has a chance. Just kidding, 100 HP. A little misspeak there. 11 players left. Freak Twinkie goes down. Shots from above. Another player. Title shot found outside of a window, looking through for a peek. Potentially, doesn't quite get it. Shots in the back instead. A big trade out there. The legendary combat shotgun.
Oh, this movement is just
forward.
dirty.
Looking for the shot. Doesn't quite go for it. No chance just yet. Mustache from Tempo in the feed, picking up another Elam. We're in the top 8 now. Dubs, quick edit. Takes out the top half, looking for shots through. A reset and a rotation. Dubs, so fast. So blindingly fast.
Yep.
You want to try and keep up with anybody.
Stinks from height again.
This is literally like you're setting the tempo right here.
Should have enough time to pop this big shield. Thankfully, the stink grenade bombardment has stopped. Remember, top 5 is the last placement points outside of winning the game, and just like that, Dubs has made it on into the top 5. Now up to 28 points. Still building out. Turret comes into play for that extra health on the build so it doesn't get shot down. And oh no, the build he was going to land on gets shot out. Trying to put pressure on, gets
No.
one. How about a second? Not going to happen. Baldy wins that fight. The challenge comes in from the high ground. Baldy so weak. How will he make this pop? How will he make this happen? Baldy spraying frantically, trying to get this player to fall on down. 4 HP. There's no way, right? I mean, there's no way, right?
There's always a way, Jack. Don't count him out just yet.
Baldy, 1 tick of the storm ends this game. The player was building with metal, and
There it is.
that's it right there.
John holds the high ground, the last second victory royale. He was one of the first players we jumped on board with in this
Ooh,
game.
lock it up.
Locking it up.
Yeah.
Sitting on the top of
Yeah.
the hill and ends up
Yeah.
paying off big.
Oh, yeah. Nice job there by John. See, we'll win that game. Victory Royale. Shout out to Baldy, though. A good little performance at the end. Did what he could.
That last second drop, though, it literally, he had it all up until that moment. Ton of fall damage in the drop-in. Could not quite find an elimination outside the storm.
Okay.
Going backwards through a basketball.
Wow, that's fancy. Whoa. I just got the chills. There you go, production. That's my cue. As we head into our next game, 51 players in this lobby when we hop on in.
The northeast side of Mega Mall, 50-50 zone, and there's enough players left alive right now that Storm Surge is going to be an issue. Not for AJ, though. 320 damage above. Sees a player through that pyramid edit. Looks like they're going for the replace. He's just going to hold the turbo build above. Drops in, tries to catch him off guard. Not fast enough. The first time is fast enough. The second time, Mawax goes down to the trap. AJ inside his own box. Well played there. 2 slurps, 6 minis.
Shields for days, movement for days, mats for days. AJ, these are the games that when you're set up, you're in your head, you're like, I need to make this a big one. I've got everything I need.
Have to.
And there's no other way to put it. These are games that will either go the way you need them to go and be the things that push you towards being able to qualify, or don't go the way you want them to go and legitimately tilt you for the rest of your day playing. Whoa. Speaking of tilt, phase tilt now on your screen. It's pretty good, right? Okay, Ben, Jesus. Did you take your meds yet?
Is that a good enough laugh? Do you feel validated
Yes,
now, Jack?
I do feel validated now. Thank you.
Okay.
It makes a difference.
I'm out here for you, Jack.
I know.
150
being popped.
now. No elims yet this game. 28 points. No in the feed. Picking up Zine. 90 builds right now. And the ultimate weapon, the gray tactical shotgun in the inventory. Got to feel good about that one, right, Jack?
Oh.
100% agree.
You said it's the best gun in the game, right?
It is the best, arguably, unequivocally, the best weapon. Tilt, pick it up. Elam on Smoke Gabe there. Quick window edit resets, very common here. Position like this, you're basically smack dab, middle of the safe zone. I don't know for sure if Tilt has any mobility besides the Shadow Bomb, so I would expect a door edit and push soon once he feels like there's too much. Gonna use it, it's gotta be soon. You don't wanna wait too long with that.
This is when we're just like hoping someone like rips you to the sky out of nowhere or places launch pad right